Welcome back to Costa del Bournemouth, where we've got a little bit of everything today, as you can probably see by the rain clouds and the fact that I've got my jacket on. Although at the moment we're in a sunny period, so I probably should take this off because I'm hot. I've come back to the Bass Mark, back of the head, because we've just got a little bit of wind on the go. You might be able to see the sea behind me there. Some nice waves coming in, nice bit of surf. And I just thought, what can I do for a couple of hours over low tide this morning? Let's go and see if there's still some bass around. So tactics are pretty much identical to the other video. The major difference is the fact that I haven't got any crab this time around, so I've just got some big ragworms. I'm going to try that instead. I could have fished some fish baits, but I had some big snakes in the shop, so I thought I'd give those a go. The beauty of this sort of simple fishing is if you're really badly disorganised, a bit like I am, and you haven't tied any rigs, you can just tie them on the beach as you go. Packet of earths, packet of 4-0 circle hooks, and a spooler line. Job done. Tie my line to the earth. Let's do about 4 foot of line. And tie on your hook. So I'm not going to be using the perfection loop this time, even though I'm still using a circle hook. I'm breaking my own rules a little bit. Because I'm going to be using worm baits, and I'm going to be mounting that worm on the hook and up the snood, completely negates the need for the circle, because you're not going to get that sort of free movement anyway. So just a simple hard blood knot. You can use whatever knot you like. And there we go, rig done. Somewhere in here I have a weight. It's my entire tackle box. Ready to go. I've got some enormous worms. Now, threading worms up a circle hook is not the easiest thing. Oh wow, this one's fighting back. There's a top tip for you. Throw a load of sand all over your worm. You can actually grip the thing then. Once they get wet and slimy, they're an absolute nightmare to deal with. Now I've got all that sand all over it. Much easier. Then it's just a case of little bit. Keep feeding it around until we're somewhere near the end. Bosh, there we go. I've gone for 4-0 circle. So quite a large hook for a worm bait, but it's a large worm, so that makes sense. And also, I really like as much hook on show as possible when I'm fishing with circles. So I think like a 2-0 is just going to be a little bit too small for that size bait. And it really doesn't matter for the bass, even small bass will gobble down a 4-0. Right, let's get this one out there, shall we? It's always going to be tricky to spot bites when the conditions like this. It's a bit blustery, but the surf's going. I've got some weed on my line already. A big bass hopefully is going to be pretty obvious. That's going to give a good solid bite. But again, just make sure, especially with worm baits, we're fishing to, I'm probably going to do quarter of an hour to start with, 15-minute turnarounds. So I'll leave this one out there 15 minutes, bring it in, check the bait, new bait, fresh bait, get it back out there. I can always adjust that up to 20 minutes if I want to. I think the weed might be a little bit of a pain today. Not quite the start I wanted. Worm's been smashed off my hook though, that's been pulled right off. So I'm going to be confident and say that's been a fish, I haven't chewed at that. Another good reason not to leave it out there too long. Not sure if that was a bite or weed. Might be the first fish on. Second cast. Oh, it's either a nice fish or a good bit of weed. Around this side. We've got a fish on, ladies and gentlemen. I think we've got a fish on. Just going to go down and try and land this. Oh, yes. She's a beauty. There we go. Look at that. First one of the session, and what a beauty. Lovely fish. Solid, chunky fish. I'm going to put her straight back because I'm not going to keep any today. Mainly because I forgot a fish carrier bag. It's your lucky day, mate. Ah, the good old English summer. You can't beat it, can you? Ugh. Welcome to Bournemouth, where the sun always shines. Forecast today was for brisk southwesterly winds with the occasional light passing shower, or the occasional monsoon. Really is a beautiful day now. The sun is gorgeous. So I've enjoyed my little session. I've been fishing for an hour and 45 now. Probably by the time I've packed up, it'll be a couple of hours out in the sunshine slash wind slash rains. Well, a bit of everything really. I've had spring, autumn and summer today. Been a lovely little session. I caught my target species, just the one. I know it's just the one, but it was a nice fish. It's a good chunky sizable fish. So I'm really pleased with that. So it's good to see that they are still here. It's a great little spot to come if southwesterlies come in and the open beaches are all blown off. Get yourself down here. Super simple. One rod, one rig, one bait, catch bass. Mega easy.